what's AI done so far to your employee base? How's it making some of your people feel, and what do you foresee?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we're going through another big technology transition, right? We've gone through these, I feel like every 10 plus years you go through a major shift, and we happen to be in one of those right now. I think, the biggest thing that we've been trying to talk to people about is just being curious right now. What is it? What can it do for us? How can it take away tasks that are not important or a good use of time to enable you to do more important things that do take thoughts and human interaction to really get right? And so I think as a company and to our shareholders, we have a responsibility to figure out how artificial intelligence is going to play into our way of working and our culture. I don't think it's something to be scared of, and quite frankly, if you're scared of it as a company, you're just going to get beat to market, because it's something that we're all going to have to embrace. And, I'm a mom of some, I have 3 kids, and they automatically are just like, well, just ask ChatGPT and they'll tell you the answer, right? Why are you doing this, mom? And I'm like, oh, good question, and I have to think we have to be cognizant that those individuals that are, technology is innate to who they are. They've always had, all their tools and technology and mobile devices and social media and all that. This is going to be the way that generation goes to work. And so instead of running away from that, I think we need to lean into it. And quite frankly, those people that are so great with technology, what can we learn from them, and how can they help us navigate where we're going? And I think they've got great ideas. And yet we also have to think about, the ethics and compliance to go with it to make sure we're doing the right thing for society and also our individual organizations. So a lot to learn, but kind of a fun new chapter, right? I'm excited to see where it takes us.
I 100% agree with just about everything you just said. And in fact, here at Riderflex, we've had several weeks of training/meetings now with the recruiters. And I have told them, I said, hey, look, we're going to use all this stuff to just move faster and be stronger. And we're going to jump on it. And I actually have somebody assigned to stay on top of every single new thing that's launched. And as soon as it's released, can that be tied to our ATS system? And how are we using it? And some of the old school recruiters are like, oh, I got my process, I don't need that. And I was like, no. We're going to use this to our advantage, because just like you said, Shannon, if they don't, we're just going to be left behind, and everybody's going to move faster. So I couldn't agree more. Now, what about this though? This is a kind of a curious thing. Brianna, who does operations for me, and she's like one of the few people in the company that can just tell me whatever she thinks. She can call me and say, she can call me and say, she can be like, what the hell are you doing? She called me the other day. She's like, that email you just sent me, that was ChatGPT. I can tell. Oh. And then, of course, I'm watching that, right? Either with social media posts or with people, with sending our proposals or emailing back and forth. And I'm thinking, wow, are we moving like super close to a world where nobody actually writes anything and we're just prompting ChatGPT to write to each other? Is that where we're headed? How do you feel when you get something that you know is written by ChatGPT versus authentic? How's it making you feel? I don't know.
I haven't gotten a lot of those yet, or at least I haven't picked up on it. But I think we still have to have an authentic touch, right? So taking it back to recruiting, which you've been talking about, I can go to ChatGPT and tell it to write a job description for us. Yes. And quite frankly, it'll get probably 80 to 90% correct. Just like that, right? And yet it's important for us to make sure that still the Crocs Inc., who are we? What do we believe in? Why is this role differentiated? You've got to add that human touch to that type of content. And so I think, I'm sure as individuals and as organizations, we're going to go through some wins and losses with this artificial intelligence, but I'm proud of her for coming to you and saying, hey, I'd like a human response versus a ChatGPT one. Totally. And congratulations to her for being so bold to be able to say that. That's great. Good for her. Yeah.